George, when you're leading a race, before the last 10 meters, then maybe you could experience it as someone who's been passed on the inside. You don't do it on purpose.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It is normal, but we should normalize making that an important race tactic in championship racing.
Well, no, because Nico was, like he said, he was trying to race against Cole. Cole was on the outside. You're going to make it difficult for your competitor.
Find out more on the Coffee Club podcast.
Gus, what's going on, brother? It's Cole Hocker here. Hope you're doing well.
Freaking what up, Gus? You might want to sit, stay, good.
Hello, Gus. This is your owner, feeder, caretaker, Oliver Hoare.
Volevo solo fare complimenti a Gus per la nomination all'Oscar. Veramente fiero di te.
It's my absolute honor to deliver this message to you, the CEO of the Coffee Club pod.
Hey, I just want to shout you out, say congratulations for getting that Hollywood star and the Oscar nomination.
And word has it on the street that you're up for the Oscar nod, getting a Hollywood star.
Here to congratulate you on your recent success in Guszilla and being awarded the honor of your Hollywood star.
Hey, you're killing it. You're the GOAT. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm keeping my eyes peeled next time I'm in Hollywood for that guest star. So,
In più, se vi capita di ascoltare il podcast Coffee Club, ricordatevi che le stelle possono essere 0. Io non ho detto niente. Ciao.
Very proud of you as a father, and I'm glad to see that your expenses are paying off. So, Godspeed, soldier.
Congrats, Gus. So stoked. And when you do deliver a speech, don't Adrian Brody it if you win. Short, sweet, concise. You know what I mean? Thank the boys.
keep it up, bro. Peace.
I always thought if a human was giving an Oscar speech, to just be palming a basketball, just kind of dribbling it around and all, it would be kind of an elite move. So maybe you bring your ball with you. I think that'd be perfectly acceptable. Favorite toy.
Coffee club, coffee club. Grind your beans and grab your favorite mug. It's Ollie, Morgan, George, and Gus. It's them boys from Coffee Club. Boys from Coffee Club.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Coffee Club podcast for episode 220. And today, us three boys are here in the studio just hanging out, getting ready before we head to the beach. We're getting away this weekend. We're going off to the City of Angels, the City of Dreams, LA, baby.
Beach vibe. You know, clearly LA does not hold the same power over us as New York. First trip we organized, all of us going. No problem.
Don't call it too early.
Sure. Should give it a couple of days.
We got to get there first.
But even the fact that we're planning to all go just means the vibes are good.
Well, and it has happened before. We've all been on LA trips before. So yeah, it's been done. And we love LA.
I really do. LA maybe it's just like normally rated. As long as you don't have to drive very far, great place.
That is the downside. Driving across the city.
Are we driving anyway?
Hopefully not. We'll be in our little bubble. I think that's what they do there. You find a little bubble and you don't leave it. I don't know. We'll be at the beach. Ollie, you going to go surfing or something?
I left my board in Australia, but maybe I might rent something and just pop out. So
surely our house comes with surfboards.
You would think so. Just like
staying right on the beach.
Yeah.
If you're going on holiday this weekend.
It feels like it. If you're a good surfer, is this a prime spot to live, like as a surfer, or is it like too touristy? I remember seeing, I think it was that, was it a Netflix show about the surfing league, and the really good Japanese guy grew up on Venice Beach.
Yeah.
His parents moved to Venice Beach so he could be a pro surfer.
Well, Huntington Beach is known for like really good surf.
I think you can surf right out in front, but I think the good ones are either north, like Malibu, right? Or south, which is like Huntington.
Yeah. Well, Malibu's, I mean, the one thing, good surfers always find a wave, and they'll drive like hours to get to like where a good wave or good swell is. So if you're on the coast, then you're just driving up and down the coast looking for a break. And that's pretty sweet.
I was asking Asa where he thinks the Olympics will be held actually for surfing. Which beach? I think he said Huntington.
Huntington is what makes the most sense.
What
historically
would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that where they held WSL?
I think they have in the past.
You're the expert.
I know. I honestly though, I don't really follow much of the California stuff because a lot of the surfing places that they go to are like Hawaii or any of those places are just way cooler to watch surfers go to them because they're a bit more
Fair.
destination places. But I'm sure like along the coast, there's going to be a lot of places. Hopefully the swell's good and the weather's nice and
We'll do a
It's a break.
little body surfing.
yeah. Oh yeah, I'm down for that. I'm down for all that stuff. And then Meg's going to sit on the beach and then not go in because she might get drifted out and then I'll have to go and get her.
Is she?
Does she not go in?
She does. Well, there was an incident, not to call her out, but there was an incident.
Sounds like she's getting called out.
She's getting called out right now. Meg's a good swimmer. Meg's like good swimmer, but like obviously when you grow up in Colorado, you're not like used to about the beach and the swell in certain ways. And when we were in at McMaster's Beach, my family has a house. Well, not my mum's side has a house, and it was really big swell, like really dangerous swell. My brother was like, "Oh, we'll go for a swim when Ollie's running," and Meg was fine. Like but there was one point where she like slipped on the bank and then was treadboarding a little bit, and Chris like borderline was like, "Shit," it was about to run in, but then she got back up and she was fine.
Gets
So-
scary out there, man.
Sometimes the sea wants to suck you out, but then you just got to relax and then you float back around and catch a wave in, or some hunk comes and picks you up
Mm.
on a surf life saving board. But yeah, it'd be exciting to go for a little surf with the fellas.
And more importantly, we would love to see anyone in the LA area at. What are we doing?
Well, technically we're celebrating Gus because he's getting his Hollywood star. He just got he got a lot of Oscar nominations this year. He's tied with Sinners, I think, for the most of all time for his movie Guszilla, which I'm sure everyone watched and probably loved. So it's really a celebration of here. Luckily, On is flying us out and they're hosting a little party for him. So we're going to do a meet and greet on Saturday at 11 at the On store at Abbott Kinney. I don't know how to pronounce that. Venice Beach. Check out our Instagram if you need any of these details, by the way. But that's where we're going to be on Saturday. So come and hang out with us and make sure that you're there early. Make sure that you're there. We'll also have an RSVP sheet, so sign up. But we got some cool stuff to give away and it's limited. So make sure that you're there early and you can grab that and you can come hang out with us for a bit, which we're very excited for. Celebrate Gus. And then on the actual marathon day, Sunday, March 8th, we'll be checking out 2 of the big cheer stations. The first one is the Eagle Rock Run Club at mile 19. And then the second one is the Venice Run Club plus Walk Good LA at mile 20. So that's where you can catch us on Sunday. But yeah, all the information will be in the link in the description and on our Instagram as well if you need to check that out. But
We'll be accepting petitions from each of those run clubs to convince us which one to go to, or we'll split. Or we'll do both. I guess if they're only a mile apart, we could do a bit of both.
We could just cut George in half, and then like you and George, half of George go one, and then
I was thinking that we just mile 19, we go to that one first, obviously, and then we run a mile in the race. Hop in, and then we're at mile 20.
True.
Natural, kind of, just works out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing, and we would absolutely love to see you guys all there. We've always had a lot of fun out in LA, and I'm sure the good times will roll this weekend. So we're really excited for the trip. Get in some nice warm weather, some sea level training for a couple of days.
Yeah, that'd be nice. On Saturday.
Just see some fans and stuff and hopefully some famous people. I'm personally really excited to see.
Will there be famous people?
Well, just in
Doing
LA
what?
in general. You know, I'm going to be out.
Not
I'm
on the
gonna have
marathon.
my binoculars out. Dude, it probably has. I mean, New York Marathon obviously has probably the most famous people, but you never know. There's probably there's probably a lot of influencers that do LA Marathon. You would think. So I don't know. I'm excited. Actually, this is one for all of us. Disco Lines, who, for those who don't know, is a DJ who went to see you. He lives in Venice Beach. I kind of stalk him, so I know too much about him. So he lives in Venice Beach.
Megan Jackson also stalk him, so they know that too.
So hopefully we run into him. And then also, I don't know if you guys would be into this. Maybe some of the internet people will be into it, but have you guys seen like Almost Friday? Like the YouTube channel and it's a big Instagram. They're based in Venice Beach as well. So I'm on the lookout for like minor celebrities. I don't want to see like AAA, I don't want to see the big times. I want to see minor celebrities.
Yeah. I mean, the big celebrity we're celebrating is a movie got nominated, so
that's already taken care of.
Yeah, that's already taken care of when it comes to the big A-listers.
So, yeah, we look forward to seeing you guys all there. Check out the information in the description on Instagram. Hell yeah. Moving on, and by moving on, I mean looking backwards. This past weekend, lots of track action. We're going to get into the US indoor stuff. It's actually, I was thinking about the notes today, and I was like, wow, we've become so American. Like, we're going to cover both the US indoors and the US half marathon champs. Who would have thunk it? We'll start off with the US half marathon champs because that's hot news. Everyone has been talking about it online. It's honestly probably two players. You're probably not happy that we're talking about it a few days later because it's kind of resolved. But well, actually, it's not resolved.
Not really.
I'm hearing new things every day.
Yeah.
But maybe when this comes out, it'll be old news.
So for those who living under a rock, well, first we'll give a shout out to the top 3 on the men because that was smooth sailing, and it was a sweep from a certain brand. I don't mention competitor brands, but congrats to them. Wesley Kiptoo, Hillary Bohr, and Ahmed Mohammed.
Convincing.
Yeah, some fucking amazing performances out there across the board. So that was awesome to see. On the women's side, that's where the big drama occurred. It was it mile 10 around?
10 or 11, I think. Yeah.
Deep into the race, the lead 3 women who had separated themselves clearly from the pack got led down the incorrect route by the lead car, and it was quite a while before they figured out, and they had to turn back and then finish off, and they ended up finishing between like 9th and 13th, 14th or something like that, and
they were pissed.
It was
rightfully so.
And there's a few reasons for that. One, this is a US Championships, which means I think the prize money for first is $20,000 and pretty big for second and third as well. And it's a US title, which just has a lot of pride. But in particular, the top 3 being significant, for the top 3, it was the automatic selection for the World Running Champs later in the year for the US half marathon team. And I mean, it's a real tough situation for everyone involved. The thing with our sport is there's no real, or up to this point in our sport, there's never like much room for like a gentleman's ruling, as it may be called in other sports on stuff. There's no like gray area with interpretation of rules. The rules exist and they just like are like, we can't do anything about it. But the thing is, I feel like you can literally do anything about it. And who I'm talking about is USATF, because so far the big updates, I'll say the big updates and then we can discuss it. Atlanta, the organizers, I don't know what their official name is, have been awesome, and they agreed
the Atlanta Falcons?
The Falcons, I think it is.
I think it's just an Atlanta Track Club.
I
think they run it.
That makes sense. They agreed to pay out the top 3, on top of already paying out the people who did end up winning. We should actually name them, put some respect on their names. So it was Jess McLean, Emma Grace Hurley, and Edna Kurgat were the ones that were leading, got led astray, and then Molly Bourne, Carrie Elwood, Andy Rodenfeld, 2 of them from Boulder, shout out, ended up being the first 3 women across the line. And so Atlanta Track Club agreed to pay out the extra $39.5K for the top 3.
Not an insignificant amount.
A lot of money.
So good for them.
And so far, in this moment, USATF, in terms of selection for World Road Running, have said we can't do anything about it. It is what the rules are there. So that's the one that's really up in the air, I think, right now, even though I know at least 2 of the 3 women who did cross the line, top 3, have said we won't take our spots. However, even in the USATF ruling, that doesn't mean the spots would go to...
It goes back.
It just go to people in the top 5.
But surely those people would also honor it. You would hope. That'd be like a crazy move. The person in like 7th, one before, they're like, yeah, you know what?
I'll take this.
I will go.
I would love a USA vest right now. But also, I think the team for Worlds isn't just 3 people. I think it's at least 4 or 5. Is it 4?
It's one discretionary.
So one discretionary.
It seems like at that point, you just pick who the fuck you want.
Yeah. It's crazy. And then what was really big is like the reason kind of came out today.
I just saw this.
For why it happened. And then you start to have a lot of empathy for because a lot of people were obviously flaming the
driver.
The driver. People were flaming the runners, which is ridiculous because like, dude, I've run a half marathon. I didn't know where the fuck I was going the entire race. I was just following people. Like, it's not like, I mean, it's tough to expect someone to know the entire course unless they've done it before. So then, people were flaming the driver and the Atlanta, because they were in charge of organizing the race. But actually what happened is a police officer 1 block away, and these police officers are all out there and have jobs marshalling the race, essentially. 1 block away was hit by a car. And this is about 10 minutes before the women came past, or the men came past. And so then officers in the area were called to respond. So the officer who was at the place where the cones were, where I think they were meant to put them in place, I think it was like 3 minutes before the car came by, he or she, or they went to help the officer that was down. And then I think someone else stepped in to that spot, but they didn't know that that was their job. So you got to have you got to feel for all the people out there because it's
crazy sequence of events.
It's pretty fucked. And then like only 10 minutes later, the race comes by.
Yeah.
And I don't know why like the men's race went the right way, but the women's, I don't know if there was.
The women's went first, I thought, didn't they?
I'm not sure about that.
They didn't?
No, I think the men were just way. Well, I guess they would have been like some slower men though. Nah, fuck.
I'm not sure on why, but it was just.
That's what I was wondering because like it would make sense if the women's went first and then they corrected it. Because if, like you said, Morgs, a lot of the women would be following the women anyway. Sure.
I skipped back on the stream and the men definitely finished before the women.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I don't know exactly why the fourth place and back women knew the right way to go.
Yeah,
either.
that's what I was curious because like there's only 3 that were led astray, but the rest of them went the right way.
But
that
either
rhymed.
way,
But
well done. Yeah, once you hear about like the reason behind it, you just feel even more bad for all the people involved in the situation. And now everyone's just like USATF, just give them the spots.
Let's be honest here. Like I don't give a fuck. Like everybody, like it was an unfortunate situation, and shout out to Atlanta Track Club for actually paying out these athletes and trying to do the right thing. USATF's response and like their like thing to that was kind of just a bit weak. Like
just saying like there's nothing we can
yeah,
do.
like oh it's out of our hands. Like you're running the meet. Like you need to like put some responsibility on it and like help these athletes out. And make the right call. Like, and everyone knows what the right call is, but you're just too weak to do that. Like, that's your governing body organization. You have to do that.
Yeah, it's like it's just like sports. Like you can use common sense and just you can intervene and just do whatever the fuck you want.
And like I've seen like multiple Instagram posts from a lot of the athletes that ran that race saying like, you know, this is really sucks, and we really hope that these girls like are selected because they were the top 3 in that situation that that happened. But yeah, I was hoping that USATF would actually say something a bit more, you know, definitive instead of kind of being like, oh,
which maybe they will. Maybe by the time this comes out,
yeah, maybe it's all sorted and covered under.
They'll have taken enough heat and come around. But you would think that straight away you could
just say this is
try to rectify the situation.
I like the way you said gentlemen's like agreement.
Well, because it's like in other sports,
it exists.
There's gray area where you can trust a ref or an umpire or someone in a position of power to interpret the results.
Replay. Just use some common sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Surprising how much heat they needed in order to be convinced. They thought it was just they were gonna be results are fine. Like, why is everyone so mad at us?
If it was a fun run, it's like, okay. But this is like a USATF championships. Apparently the year before there was an issue as well. Like apparently there was like cars on the course or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
they had issues like previously in the past. I don't know to the full extent, but.
So they won't edit the results though, which means Jess and maybe the other 2 are still, maybe they're getting the 20 grand prize money.
But they're not getting selected.
Well, no, hopefully. But if their contracts don't have US title bonuses, I would be shocked. So
but then a brand could choose to honor that as well.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
That's like, I wonder if the brand is also going to have a gentleman's agreement to pay that out.
Do you reckon most brands would? I feel like they would.
Not every brand.
You don't think so?
I don't think every brand would. Just the good guys.
And we're going to leave it up to you guys to know who the good guys and the bad guys are.
You know, it's like, I don't think...
Just the good guys.
Unfortunately, I don't think that you could do anything to replace the title of US champ in this. It's just going to be like it was...
Can't fudge the results.
It was, Molly Bourne she's the US champ, and it's unfortunately going to be asterisks on it. But I think essentially everything else you can use common sense and you can rectify. Like, because someone
just run the race again tomorrow. Just run it again.
But that's actually that's one of the only things that I think technically the USATF criteria actually allows for, which is not realistic.
Could be rerun.
I think if something happens in a race, because remember, even with the thing there was when she fell. Technically, they could have chosen to rerun the race, I believe.
Really?
So that is something that a stipulation that exists in the rules that if something like interferes with it, they can rerun a race.
So how does it? Do you know?
They don't.
Yeah, I was going to say we're going deep into it, but how do they like use that authority? It's just who's it up to?
Yeah, well, my kind of take on it from for that is that I feel like USATF is sitting there and feeling like they're like victims as well, where everyone's like, no, you guys aren't victims, like, because they're probably blaming the race organizers and stuff. They're like, this wasn't us, guys. But it's like, no, actually, you guys have pretty much like all the power in terms of fixing the situation.
Well, they're probably the overarching. That was my thought. The USATF's the overarching.
They're the overlords.
Overarching thing for this
mean, they
meet,
picked the US
and they
team.
kind of just went, all right, well,
yeah. So
yeah,
I think feel bad for all the women that were impacted in it. It's crazy to see something like this happen in a big high stakes race like this. But
can you imagine if all the women went the wrong way and then they had to run extra?
Hey, then it would have at least been equaled out in a way.
But do you reckon people would have like complained in that sense? Like, how would that go down?
I mean, it still wouldn't have been good. A good thing, I guess.
I was wondering how that would go down.
It would have been funny. I tell you, it would have been really funny if, well, not funny is maybe not the right word. It's still tragic if, let's say, like all the top 20 women like went the wrong way, but then Jess was like running back the correct way, and then they all reformed it back on like they all.
And then it was a kick down
when she ran past, and everyone realized, oh, we're going the wrong way, and then they all regrouped.
Yeah. It was a 20-person kick finish.
Yeah, that would have been. Because actually in cycling races, sometimes you get like kind of crazy shit that happens and they just have to on the fly figure it out. But I think they're much more well versed in that sport, the race organizers, to know that like, okay, we might have to do something crazier because, for example, you saw it a lot at the Vuelta last year. There was a lot of protests at the end of races. And so mid-race, they would say, guys, we're finishing the race like 3K early.
Yeah.
On the fly.
Also, like the whole thing of like the cart and the officer they're getting hit by the car. It's like,
dude,
didn't World Champs last year get neutralized for like 40 minutes or something?
That's happened. I don't know if it was last year, but it's happened. They
just had to sit on the road
2 years ago. One of the years, I think it was the year Matthew Van Der Poel won. Maybe 2 or 3 years ago. There was protesters and they just neutralized the whole race for a period of time. And I just remember I think it was Van Der Poel because I think he like went and used someone's bathroom during that time.
Oh, really?
And it was like famous.
Like just a local house.
Yeah.
Just knocked on the door.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty sick. It's like, he rocks up like, can I use your bathroom? So, yeah, take a photo.
Absolutely. You can do anything you want.
It happens one time there was a women's cycling race. I don't know where it was. I'm going to assume it was in Belgium or something, where they went across a bridge, but the bridge went up like to let a boat through like before they got there, so they had to stop and wait for it. So I guess cycling is
in Milrose when that horrible incident with I'm blanking on his name, the Jamaican
Kamoy Campbell.
Yeah,
well, unfortunately nothing happened for that.
Well, they stopped everything, didn't they?
Were you in there?
I was in the race.
Yeah.
No, they just continued.
Oh, I was under the ground. I thought they stopped it.
Well, I mean, as someone who was in the race, we had no idea what was happening.
Really?
But they
because I remember that was going on when we were like, because you guys running the 3K and
maybe the rest of the schedule got pushed back. That sounds likely.
Yeah.
But the race just continued.
Continued? That's actually crazy.
But no one knew what was happening at the time.
I guess so. I guess it was on the track and
I think it just looked like a DNF for a few minutes.
But then, they're definitely like paramedics and stuff came rolling in. It was like, okay, this is
realized
serious.
It was serious.
Yeah. So that was the
half champs.
The half champs, big drama. I think it'll be very interesting. Yeah, as to what happens in terms of the final piece of the puzzle. Yeah, selection of the US team for it. So let's see if USATF can do the right thing here or not. It's a test. We'll see if they can pass it. Speaking of USATF, the other big one was the indoor champs, and it was a really good year for indoor champs. I mean, I think increasingly you get, because US indoor champs maybe historically hasn't always, I mean, it still doesn't have everyone show up like in outdoor champs, but there's a lot of people that do.
Yeah, there's no Josh Kerr there.
Josh Kerr,
no, he had a back issue. I think he said he wasn't going to run the USA champs. So
unfortunate, but a really good year, and selection was on the line for World Indoors as well as those big bragging rights. And yeah, I enjoyed it. It was some really good racing. Cup of tea, why not? So I feel like we should do a little rundown. Day one, 2-day meet. Day one had the 3Ks, and the only distance race that I think I missed was the women's 3K. So I didn't get to see how this one played out. But
I also didn't.
Looked at the results. Emily Mackay getting a big dub over Ellie St. Pierre, who's coming off.
It's her.
She's indoors. Indoors, outdoors, everything.
She world champ in 3K.
Yeah. Was that when you won?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Glasgow world champ. Then she went and had a baby, and now she's back to. I think she has a world lead in the 1500, and don't know how fast she ran in 3K, but still made the team.
Yeah, I think they ran pretty quick though. I think that was pretty solid.
Yeah.
Looking to try win again, I bet. But huge race by Emily Mackay.
Yeah, huge. Another Boulder resident.
Yep.
Getting it done.
Getting the Boulder reps out there.
Shout out to
I saw her
Peace
running
Dragons.
down. I saw her running down 28th Street the other day.
28th Street. You don't see that too often.
You really don't.
You can tell she's new to the area if she's running down 28th Street.
I think this is where people run.
Yeah. We gotta talk to her. It's like, hey, you don't need to run down there. There's all these different places you can
It's
run.
funny you say that though, because I remember when we did first move to Boulder, I was like, where the fuck do you run?
Run, yeah.
I actually didn't know.
We were running up through mountain trails.
We're like, is everyone here just a trail run? Is this like what you're meant to do?
I had that same thought. I was like, how long have you lived here? And then,
hilarious.
but if anyone else saw her running down there, you wouldn't know that she was actually absolutely elite. One of the best runners in the US on waiting at a traffic light on 28th Street.
Yeah, if you see at the traffic light, it's like, that lady over there is a USA champ in 3K.
Which we'd love to see.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
So,
man, that's how you do it. That's how you get really good.
Mm-hmm.
Those 28th Street runs.
Yeah, we got to try that.
Maybe the stop and start is like a
it's
thing.
a fartlek.
It's a fartlek,
Yeah.
Dodging all those roadworks down there.
Yeah.
The men's race I did catch, and this was honestly there's a lot of great races, but this was the most stacked one, definitely on the men's side.
Yeah.
Primed to be the highlight of the weekend.
And
it delivered.
It really delivered. Like an indoor 3K delivers. You know what I mean? I think it's like the drama of it, it's so fast paced, and it was amazing to watch. And yeah, for those who don't know, the reason it was so competitive is because we had Cole, Hocker, Yard, Nico, and a bunch of other really, really good US guys all fighting for the dub. And classic Cole goes to the front, and he runs just quick enough that I think like no one would really want to pass him, at least early on, because I think the first K was about 2:38, I want to say. Does that sound accurate?
I think so. Some 4:14 at the mile or something. So I think that sounds 2:38.
Yeah.
14. Yeah, that adds up.
I think. But it's like, so it's not world record pace. It's not PB pace, but it's fast enough that, you'd have to have really fucking big balls to like go in front and take over when in a championship race when you have people already running that fast.
Which Silky Wilkie had.
He did, and
As
it was epic.
turns out, it was sick. Yeah. Yeah, Silky Wilkie got after it, like right at a mile. Came from mid-pack, sent it.
Which he did.
to the
Did he do
front.
that last year as well?
It looked really familiar. When he did it, I was like, I swear I've seen this before. So shout out Steeple King, Silky Wilkie. Put in a good move for a few laps. I can't remember how long that lasted, but definitely picked it up. Maybe some 60 points or some 30 points, I guess.
Yeah, kept it going, but then all the big dogs were still there.
I think Yard made like the next move to the front.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, he went around and
Maybe I think like 3 to go.
yep.
Yard
And-
was like, I'm gonna squeeze this down.
And it was scary watching it because he had Nico and Cole on him, and we all know how the form that those guys are in and how good their closers are. But yeah, they were running very fast at this point. Like they were moving. And then Nico went to the front with, I think it was 300 to go.
Surprisingly early.
It felt a bit early, and when he didn't drop Cole or Yard, you're like, oh, this is going to come down right to the line. And because, you could tell that they were sprinting so fast. I think I heard it was like a 2:21 last K or something, like really, really quick. And the last lap was absolute drama. Cole was in the prime position to go around Nico on the final bend, I think, and get the dub. And then it looked like this was a vintage Yard. It was Yard that we haven't seen, to be honest, in quite a while. It's college Yard. It's like, we know this Yard
Honestly,
a little too well.
3K DMR Yard.
We know it too well.
Also outdoor 1500 Yard.
Yeah, that's
Actually, more so that one, because that was also on the inside. against Justine.
Yeah, because he just got him as well. I did that to Justine at Big Tens, and then he did it to him.
He did. Yared. So we get a bit ahead of ourselves. Yared did it to Nico and got him right at the line on the inside. But yeah, Jared did it to you, Ollie. I'm sorry to call you out.
No. But he joked about it on the run when he was back. He was like, "Yeah, nobody leans. I'm just gonna lean." And I was like, "Well, it worked. I mean, it's worked for you in the past."
He did it to Grant at Nationals that same year. So he's done it a lot of times, but we just haven't seen
such a long torso.
He's just like he finishes really well, like in terms of having momentum and like moving forward.
He does lean more than most distance runners.
Yeah,
definitely. He uses that torso. And Nico, I think I listened to his interview and he was definitely surprised, I think, to see Yared come on the inside. And I mean, he was still really happy with how he executed overall.
It was a great race.
Yeah. He was, but yeah, you could tell Yared had that momentum coming down that last 50.
You know what the last 200 was? Was it 26 something?
Just like 26.3 or something by Cole, I think.
Just pretty fast.
Cole actually came all the way from third. I think he was at the back.
Oh, really?
Did he do a celebration?
Dude, there was no time to celebrate, bro.
It was very close.
0.04 seconds.
Well, after the race, I meant, did he celebrate?
Not a bad
like,
go to sleep one. Not one of
You didn't like the go to sleep? Dude, I love
Not my
that.
favorite.
I like that.
The problem is the go to sleep one. If you're sprinting to the line really, really hard and then you like out lean someone, then you're like this. I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense because if you're doing the go to sleep thing, it means you're out in the front and there's no one with you and you just cross the line. Then you go to sleep.
I guess that's.
Do you know what I mean? Like if you're sprinting and you're like, and then you go and do the go to sleep thing, it's like that doesn't make sense because you try really, really hard. But if you were just cruising,
can you explain in basketball terms?
In basketball terms?
Well, that's where it comes from. Yeah, it's from Steph Curry.
Well, Steph Curry, oh fuck. Well, I'm guessing it's because
Put you on the spot.
I'm guessing it's
you
because
can make it up if you want.
Well, look, this is what I would think it might be about, and I'm probably gonna get corrected in the fucking YouTube comments, but I'm guessing Steph Curry just fucking shoots threes all the time and gets them all the time, and no one just bothers guarding him, and he's just probably doing the go to sleep because it's like he can just do it in his sleep.
That's good.
Whereas, like,
maybe that's what Cole's saying.
Cole was probably trying to say this. I can do this in my sleep, which makes sense in that context. But when I see it as a viewer that maybe doesn't know the basketball reference, I'm thinking like, well, you tried really hard there. You weren't really sleeping on the race.
I'm going to be honest. I've never tried to interpret people's celebrations as,
I do it all the time.
As a literal representation of how the race went.
I do it all the time.
Because now I'm going to start trying to do that.
Give us another example. What's another recent one?
I can't think of any.
The one with the Botswana guy shooting. That one is interpretation is like
the finger guns.
Yeah, the finger guns is pretty much just explaining like I'm my greatest fan, the Botswana guy's greatest fan was Noah Lyles, and he said, "Oh, Noah Lyles did this to Arian Knighton. I'm going to do it because he's cool and he's like I'm a big fan of his. Oh, but I'm not American, so therefore I'll get disqualified." So that's probably how that went.
That was a good interpretation.
Yeah.
But
because I didn't know Lyles could pull that off and not get disqualified, apparently.
It's the US, baby.
Yeah. I mean, the US does have the right on guns, so it makes sense.
No rules. Unless it's the
I can't think of another one recently.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Aswad doesn't have that many iconic celebrations.
I guess the entrance for Yara doing the goose thing is the best when he does the little goose.
Yeah, but everyone only just found out that it wasn't a butterfly.
That was just you, George.
No, that was most people.
I think we should have done a poll. We should have done a poll because I think it was over 50% of people put together that because his nickname is a goose.
But if people didn't know his nickname was Goose, then they would probably thought it was a butterfly.
But like the goose nickname is iconic.
It looks like a butterfly.
How would you do it, George, if you were going to do a goose?
A goose would be
like... goose has got to be arms.
Yeah.
It's a bit more...
It's big. Yeah. Geese are big. And
See, I want to do something with my last name, but I'd get kicked off the track if I did that. So, it is what it is.
Hey, if you win a US title, then you can do whatever you want.
Mate, I'm trying to win as many US titles as Josh Kerr has, and that's a fucking hard feat. So I'm getting there. I'm getting there eventually.
So I think, you can definitely still... Don't give up yet.
All right, we got distracted. Back... Yeah. I also watched that interview and I thought it was a nothing interview.
Okay.
Because Nico
Young, I love him. He's so good, but he doesn't really say much in his interviews generally.
Well, he's a reserved guy.
I learned nothing listening to that. It was shit questions. Whoever was asking those.
Whoa. They're probably listening.
Okay.
Or maybe they are. Someone fucking ask him why he leaves
Hey, George, have you seen your interviews?
Because, some of them.
And like, sometimes you get good questions, sometimes you get bad questions. Nico did well, I thought.
I think you're being a bit harsh on Nico because
No, I'm not.
if you've ever seen Nico in a post-race interview, he's about 10% alive. So
Yeah.
like, what
He
can
puts
you
his heart and
expect
soul
from
in
him?
the race, and then he's getting interviewed, and he's like, you know what? I'd
Who
rather
cares
sit
about an
down.
interview? Just watch him race, and
Yeah.
you can see,
Okay.
you can get all the
You can
information
feel the
you need.
information coming to you.
Because I wanted the question. Why?
No, that literally happened. He said he only knew Cole was there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I did hear that. It doesn't
So he did answer.
Yeah,
He said
I
he
did.
felt Cole, so he responded to Cole.
Yeah.
Which I think that happens a lot, and that's the answer to the question of why people leave the rail. It's when they feel someone on the outside.
But the thing is, that's a natural thing. Like Nico.
It doesn't matter if it's a
Look,
it's a natural
Michael
thing.
Smith has always said in the textbook Bible of the Smith Code that you always defend the straights. Nico was defending the straights.
Clearly he wasn't.
Well, he did. He tried to. I mean, when you're trying to get passed by Cole Hocker, like one of the, it happens. Like you try and defend the straight, you can't defend it, and then you have the Goose come in and swoop in and try and outlean you. That's just reality. He reacted a proper way. Like if you didn't move out, then maybe
Then he makes the team. Clearly.
He was trying to win. He was trying to win.
As much credit as I can give Yared, he wasn't making the team if Nico didn't move out of the way for him.
He was
It's just-
about to go on the outside. He was ready for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But he would have. But
If Nico
it was
stayed
just
on the
that
rail,
close.
then Yared could have come through between Cole and Nico
Why would there have been a gap there?
because Cole was going wide.
Cole was letting Yared in.
He might have done that. He might have gone around just to get space around Nico to get in front of him. You never know. Coulda,
Yeah,
woulda,
no.
shoulda.
No,
Well-
it's not even coulda, woulda, shoulda. It's just if you are leading, especially an indoor race, on the last lap, you don't give up the rail.
I can't wait, George, until
Yeah.
you run an
I
indoor
was gonna
race and
say-
you get caught on the inside.
Like it happens to so many of the best runners.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
That's
normal.
what I'm saying.
What?
It's normal.
George, when you're leading a race
I don't
before
lead
the last
races.
10 meters, then maybe you could experience it as someone who's been passed on the inside. You don't do it on purpose. And in the last 100 meters of the race, if you're sprinting all out, it's not normally the first thing that's going on your mind.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It is normal, but we should normalize making that an important race tactic in championship racing.
It obviously is. Everyone obviously knows that already.
I don't think they do.
You don't think anyone would say, "Oh, I've never thought to just stay in lane one."
Well, no, because Nico was, like you said, he was trying to race against Cole. Cole was on the outside. You're going to make it difficult for your competitor there. He didn't know that Yared was there.
But I don't think
It doesn't matter if you know or
I
not.
don't.
But
I
you're
don't
racing the
think-
guy next to you, not racing the guy behind you.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, and I don't think.
But I don't think
Nico's
you should.
even.
I don't think you should ever try and cut that person off either.
But I don't think
'cause
he's
I don't
doing.
support
I don't
that.
think he's cutting him
I
off.
feel like because you and I, Morgan, have led races at that point, George hasn't. We have the authority here to say.
we've been there before.
Yeah, we've been there before.
I've gotten past on the inside. I don't
Yeah.
know if you have, but I don't think that he cut him off. I don't think it's fair to say that he was trying to cut him off either. Because if
No.
you watch the tape,
No,
it's a natural thing for someone to drift out at the end of the sprint
Because he's got holding this, trying to hold the space. He's trying to hold the space.
Well, it's just natural.
yeah, and you got to go against that, and you got to all you do is just make that
You're saying
part
this-
of your last lap tactics.
You're saying this from a position of privilege, George.
George, you're always at the back, bro, and then you come through on the outside.
No, or the inside. I've done it before, and I stand by it. That person shouldn't have moved out for me. I've benefited from
But
it.
no one does it on purpose or consciously, unless you're Marco Langdon.
Yeah, unless Michael Langon. Well,
Exactly. Actually, people do it. People have tried to really cut that person off.
Yeah, if someone cuts someone off, then I think it becomes a big story.
yeah.
But I think, all right, this obviously happened to Nico outdoors last year. Cole wins the 5K at USA's on the inside. Nico moves out. Nico still makes team. Runs incredible. Incredible runner. But you just have that in the back of your mind. Next time took the lead super early then as well. Maybe too early. Takes the lead early. He's a smart dude. He's good at running. You just have that in the back of your mind. All right, not going to let someone in
It
the
probably
inside.
is in the back of his mind. It was just too far back.
He's also running off instinct at that point. It's like this. We're talking about seconds here.
Less than a
No,
second.
we're talking about
0.01 of a
absolute
second.
milliseconds.
So you're saying in the milliseconds you're going to be like, oh wait, should I
No.
stay on the inside? Should I go on the outside? Should I just?
He takes the lead with 300 to go. You don't give up the rail. That's your decision making. It has to be. It has to be.
He didn't make a decision to open up the rail. It just happened.
Yeah, but he made a decision not to make that decision. Because otherwise...
What if he stayed on the rail and then everyone just went around him?
Then that's...
Makes it easier. If everyone, because you're on the rail, I can get around you.
That's what happens. If you get beaten, you get beaten.
Well, then
If
we
you
should
get
have the
beaten on the
same.
outside-
Then we should have the same method for when you're trying to hold a line and somebody comes on the inside. They beat you. That is what it is.
No, because they didn't have to go around you, so you made it really
They still
easy.
go around you. It just doesn't matter what side.
No, they don't.
We just need to.
That's
I
not
think
called
we need to
going
delve deeper into the question of why does the inside open up? Because if you look at any race where someone's finishing and someone's giving them pressure on the outside, almost always the inside opens up. More than 50%, I would say. Would you guys agree with that? It's very common.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It is
Yeah.
pretty common.
Unless the
But
athlete on the inside
that?
Couldn't
is
tell you
strong
what
enough to
percentage
keep
is.
going. You know why? It's because you're making them run longer.
I think it's just... But I don't think people are thinking like that.
No, but I think people are trying to not cut them off, but try and
But
if
that
you're
is cutting them off.
if
though.
you're moving out from the rail, you're then on that
But
other
you're not
person's
allowed,
side. They
technically,
can't.
you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
But people do it. I mean, didn't Paul
don't-
Tolimo do it?
Yeah,
And-
I mean, people do
massively.
it. People do it. Yeah,
Massively.
people do
Yeah,
it.
and he didn't get DQ'd.
Yeah, true. That was a very contentious one.
That
Yeah.
was a very controversial one, though.
So I'm just being honest with you.
No, but I'm even thinking about the non-controversial ones where people just drift just a little bit, just like Nico's one, for example, where I don't think anyone watched that and thought oh, he's cutting off Cole. People watched it and thought, oh, he just left a gap open. On the inside.
You know what we could really do here instead of just bickering about this? Georgie could call up Mike Smith right now and we can get the full
Settle
take
this.
of what he told Nico and what Nico.
Well, that's what
responded
I'm
from that.
thinking, because I know Mike Smith does quite like a race, what's it called? A race tactic chat.
Did you text him after the race?
Nah, but I should. And Nico kicked Yared around the outside at Sound when Yared had the lead. So he's probably, his two situations are either leave it to the last 10 meters or take the lead. And do you think part of that chat is be like, all right, if you take the lead, hug the rail?
Yeah, I think
Partly, and maybe if it's never happened before, then it's never happened before. But it literally happened the last US champs he ran. Same situation, in the lead, 50 to go, leaves the rail, someone on the inside.
My take on it is,
But do you not think someone should be thinking that?
I obviously do.
Yeah.
But my take on it is
So
that
we're in a
probably. Well, I'm just not being as harsh on him. I guess.
Yeah, I guess we're trying to defend Nico as that's his racing.
Why can't we be harsh on? Why can't we be like?
Because everyone knows that already.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that you shouldn't leave the inside
they do.
open. Everybody knows that. Everyone knows it. I think if
they
you told
it's
someone,
important.
no one does it on purpose. No one leaves lane one open on purpose.
Did you watch Marco Langon at BU? He's leaving lane one on purpose. I guarantee it.
And he won the race.
Yeah, he did.
He had no one on the inside though. So
Where
that's not a
is
great
this
example.
going? Where is this going?
I don't think anyone does it. My point is no one does it on purpose. People do it because they're giving 110% and it's your body just drifts out if you're racing against someone that's on the outside.
Yeah.
And so I
agree
think
with that.
even if 10 seconds before the race you said, hey Nico, make sure you don't leave lane one open. I think the exact same thing is still happening. I think he's just given so much of himself to the race that he loses control. He loses the ability to make those thoughts. But if you do practice it in training, maybe it becomes a subconscious thing.
See, I feel like I'm being harsh, but I have expectations that I think Nico could do it. And you guys are saying that he's too far into the race. He can't make that decision. I think he could make that decision.
But why didn't he then?
I don't think it was on his radar to make that
You
decision.
don't think he's aware to not let people pass him on the inside?
Oh, really?
When I got past on the inside, I was like, wow, I just got fucking past on the inside. That's so stupid. I knew you weren't meant to let people do that.
Has it happened since?
In milliseconds, though, you're making decisions. Nico
I
was
haven't been in
making
that situation.
Nico was making a decision to win the race, right? Try and win the race. So he's making decisions off milliseconds. Somebody's coming around the outside. He's like, I'm racing them. He's not milliseconds thinking, oh, someone's coming on the outside. Oh, I'm going to defend the rail so the person behind me doesn't beat me, but then this guy beats me. That's not how competitors race. Competitors race to win. Nico raced to win. And it sucked because he tried to combat somebody else and then something else opened up and someone went through.
And he got third because of it.
He got third. But he was running to win. He wasn't running to get second. So that's why I respect Nico for that. Because Cole was coming on his outside. He's like, I'm racing this guy. And then it's opened up and somebody's come through. Yes, he shouldn't have done that, but he was racing to win. I give him that. Sometimes you don't win. But next time, he might be stronger and he might hold him off and go through. Even leaving it open on the inside, he still wins.
I hilariously saw some really egregious attempts from NCAA conference races of people trying to pass on the inside this past weekend. I don't know if you
At
guys
Big
saw
Tens?
them. Big Tens.
Wait,
Dude,
someone got disqualified for that.
Connor Burns. I
Connor
think.
Burns, yeah, he got disqualified.
And there was like a big
Not
uproar.
the same situation, but I did see that one.
And he got
There was a
disqualified.
big uproar. No, he got DQ'd for
He just
cutting
shoved-
people off.
He just shoved someone.
Oh, really?
He cut people off. He moved
Oh.
outside.
Well, I just saw that was DQ.
But there was an Oregon at Big Tens. I think it was an Oregon guy who tried to pass the Michigan guy on the inside, and the Michigan guy just like pushed him over. Essentially, he didn't push him over; he just protected his space, and he was just like, "What are you doing, bro?" And the guy went down. And then there was a really bad one at what conference is Villanova?
ACCs.
I love
What?
the confidence. of when
So
you said
much
that.
confidence.
So this was at ACCs. No, I'm
What
kidding.
is Villanova in?
The one that George said.
Big
East.
Sky?
Yeah, Big Sky.
It's kind of like the Big Sky. It's the Big Sky of the Big East.
And
Of the East Coast.
Big Sky East?
I'm not sure if this was the mile or the 3K or the 5K even, but there was two Villanova teammates. No Marco Langdon involved in this, unfortunately.
Oh, wait, yeah, this was
But there was an
funny. This was-
Australian who was
I did
he
see
was at
this.
the front. The Villanova guy was at the front with, I think, literally one lap to go. And it was still a big pack. There was a bunch of people on his shoulder all around. And there was one of his teammates was right behind him. And he like tried to pass his teammate on the inside with one lap to go. And it was almost as if he expected, hey, I'm on your team, so you should let me pass you on the inside, even though there's no space there. It's not how it played out. The guy in front felt someone trying to pass him on the inside with 200 to go and just held his ground. And then the guy who tried to pass him from behind just fully went down and was visibly pissed at, like, I don't know if he's pissed at himself or his teammate for not letting him pass.
Or the situation.
Or just the situation in general. But it was crazy. And then it also impeded, I think it was Bailey Haber, Australian. It impeded him a little bit, enough that he ended up coming second to a guy from Butler.
Shit.
Tragic situation.
All right. So back to the day one.
Yeah, how did we just talk about day one? We got to get to day two.
Day two now.
Day two, quick one.
You know we're off track when I'm saying we should get back on direction. We know we're off track when I'm the one that's like, all right,
Steer
boys,
the
we need to get back on
ship.
track.
Cooper,
Let us know how
House.
you feel about the previous topic in the comments.
and let us know if you've just to add some validity to it, if you've ever been in that situation before, if you've had that experience, just so we can know if we value your opinion. Cooper Luckinghouse getting his first US title. Easy breezy.
Fuck yeah.
Keith McSqueezy.
Look
Fuck.
like an
He looked like he was jogging, man. That
Absolute
last 200, he looked so good. I was like, this dude is so fucking good. Oh, that's what I thought when I was
Unreal.
watching him. I was like, this guy's unreal.
He's
Oh god. He
Very
looked like
good.
he was doing a rep. Like, when you're doing pre-meet and you like out there doing a 200
He looked like he
reps.
was surprised that it was.
Yeah. And then he won. He's just like, yeah. And then he's like, oh, I won.
He's like,
I was like,
I got to
shit.
celebrate now. I'm a high school junior.
Fuck.
Oh,
Oh, very impressive.
He's got spring break for Worlds, so he can make it.
thank God.
Yeah, no spring break for him. He's got to go race.
He's taking a spring break trip to Poland.
Yeah.
Where else would you prefer to go? Let's just get straight onto the 1500s because these were also both just crazy, chaotic races.
Oh, should we talk about the 800 with Sage,
Well,
teammate?
yes.
Or is that 1500 before the 800?
No, the 800 was first.
Ah.
But
The-
unfortunately, Sage didn't make the final.
Yeah, which was kind of crazy because like the way it was done was kind of. Didn't she run like 2:0? I was so confused with the post because I saw the post and then I saw the result.
Well, the 800 is so to make it through to the final through the heats. It's tough because there's such a limited amount of spots on the start line. So they only ever have one automatic spot
So it's one automatic, not two.
from each heat.
And
Because
then
if it was two, that'd be too many.
How many heats were there?
3 or 4.
3. So there's 4 and then there's 4, right?
4 plus 2. There's only 6.
Oh, there's only
lanes.
6 in the final.
Yeah,
Fuck.
so it's a pretty cutthroat.
Okay, that makes sense.
So you
Okay.
either got to win, and like there's enough. It's deep enough that there's more than one really good person in every single heat,
Yeah.
and so
And she lost her heat to the eventual winner, who
Yeah.
had a great day.
Honestly.
so I know if Sage could go back and do it again, she'd say, "Oh, I'm just going to go to the front and make it fast,
Yeah.
and at least secure a time
Yeah, next spot,
qualifier."
Yeah.
But yeah, our favorite Addie Wiley get the dub. I don't know if is that her name?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's her first US title or not. Probably must be, right?
Geordie?
Seems like it would be.
Okay.
Yeah,
I agree, George.
every time she does something really good, I'm still not sure if we're meant to celebrate it or be like, what's going on with her coach? That's went to jail.
Oh, I forgot about that.
You forgot about that?
I forgot about that little detail.
About the scandal of the doping in college.
Yeah.
And the other things.
Yeah.
Even worse.
Yeah.
So I don't think people talk about it.
No, because I didn't even think about it when I was
because there's no journalists. There's no journalists left in this sport to ask
the hard-hitting questions
and get to the bottom of it.
No. Yeah.
Too bad we're not journalists.
Yeah.
So yeah, the 1500s. Did you guys watch these ones? They were very entertaining.
In 1500 always is, man. Fuck.
Yeah, it feels like a really short distance on it. It feels way shorter than a mile on an indoor track for whatever reason. It feels more chaotic and,
as Geordie would say, more rapid.
Women's 1500. It was very stacked, but it didn't play out how I think anyone thought it was going to play out, because Lindsay Butler, who trains with our favorite Ben Thompson over at VTech, she made a big move late-ish, or maybe it was more like 1K into the race to the front. And at first it seemed one of those moves, because she wasn't a favorite. That was like, wow, like this is a bold move. But she kept running fast and dropping everybody. And you're like, holy shit, she's going to win this whole thing.
Yeah.
And then last lap, Nikki's still there. I think the 7th or 8th.
It's their 7th.
In a row.
7th. Yeah.
So we've seen that script play out before, but man, it was a crazy race. And then, was this another pass on the inside?
It was.
It was. Gracie Marsh from trains with
Puma Elite, right?
Yep. Getting pass on the inside. She was on the team for the cross as well. So she made a couple teams now.
Mm-hmm.
For second, Lindsay ended up finishing a very close, like very respectable third. And unfortunately, Sinclair just off the podium.
Yeah.
Fourth. Really close across the top four.
expecting Sinclair to go early. Like, as in like 600 to go, 800 to go. Because she's been looking so good. But then, like, when you have Nikki in the race, they're always going to be super hard to beat.
It's hard to beat someone who has
such a good
like that
kick
and can also run
very consistently fast. And they won Watermaker out kicking Jess, and Jess has looked like pretty good in that last 200. So
Nikki knows how to win races.
Yeah,
I think a medal is gonna happen.
Nikki medal last time?
I think 5th, maybe.
Oh no.
So maybe now 4th. I think right behind Georgia.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is
3 and 2. That one.
Yeah, that one.
But Nikki medaled the year before that? Am I making this up?
No, I don't think they've medaled.
Wait.
Yeah.
No, I think Nikki medaled in Glasgow.
That's what I'm thinking.
Nikki and Emily Mackay.
Yeah.
Did they
there you
both
go.
medal?
I believe so.
There you go.
I think
the US had a lot of medals.
True.
I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll win then.
See it.
Who's going to beat him?
I mean, my predictions for the 1500 at Worlds is 1500 meter champion Robert Farken or Uber Farken, and then the women's Nikki Hiltz.
Heard it here first.
That's my prediction.
That's all his predictions.
Yeah.
We will check back in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever it is.
If I get it right, do I get some sort of prize?
Yeah. You can get a Brazilian free.
Free Brazilian.
Yeah, a wax done.
All right, we might have to wait a couple of weeks though.
All good. So on to the men's, which this was a very chaotic race, and I think after what had happened in the 3K the day before, a lot of people thought that there was going to be a potential 1-2 sweep from Mr. Hocker and the Goose, but that is not how it played out. And so that's racing, and it's
the inside wasn't open then, was it, George?
When?
In the 15.
Was there? I don't think there was an inside pass on this one.
No inside pass.
But what? Yeah, well,
it was closed off. They listened to George. They said no inside.
But this was.
I can't remember. I might have to check the tapes. I don't think so.
Pretty sure Cole tried to look for a gap on the inside. Nothing formed.
The way this one played out. So
I just kept thinking Cole and Yard were going to move up a bit, and then it just got less and less laps to go. I was like, well, maybe they're
Well,
Maybe they're not going to.
The big one here was that Cole and Yared had their spots at the front and early on. And I think everyone was thinking, okay, here we go. Seen this before. But real surprisingly, it was 600 to go when everyone moved around them. So, as the race is really heating up, 3 people moved, it moves 3 or 4. 3, I think it was 3, went around them.
I think at least. I think Cole went from the front to like 6th in like 40 meters.
Right going into the must have been the third last lap. And that's late in the race to give up prime position.
You reckon they just didn't think that anyone was going to pass them? They're like,
I don't think they did.
Yeah,
And
no
I
one's
think
going to
these
pass
guys
us. It's like, and they're
made
like,
a really big move. I think they made their move to go around them was quite impressive. And
They might have just thought they had, all right, I'm going to have the legs to respond, and then they just didn't have the legs.
Yeah.
And then, chaos ensues because then with 300-ish to go, I can't remember his name, Under Armour guy, takes a little stumble and starts moving backwards right in lane 1, which impedes the guys behind them a little bit. So that sets Yared and Cole back even further. And then the thing is, the reality is you're kicking against some of the best kickers out there.
But at that pace, 100%.
Like Nathan Green, how's it like, dude, they've showed time and time again how good they are at closing these races. So, if they have a few meters on you, it's an indoor track.
Yeah, it's hard to get around.
200 to go.
Yeah.
I mean, they're closing really fast. And obviously Cole and Yared can close stupid fast as, So it's, you still, I think, thought that like they were going to come back, but it just didn't happen. I think.
These guys are super fresh. Not even a first round in 1500.
Yeah.
Prime to go. And it must have been a crazy last 50.
Yeah, they were moving. And so Nathan Green, it was a UW 1-2, I guess.
UW, sweet.
Vincent Ciardi getting third.
Yeah.
Good to see him do well. He's very consistent.
Yeah, good on him.
Like to see him have success.
Yeah.
And then
At the moment, neither of them qualified for Worlds.
Yeah, so they got to chase it. They got a week
would
or two.
assume that would change by the end of this week. I think there's a meet in the US somewhere.
They've run on oversized tracks times that would get them in, I think.
What other tracks? There other tracks doing it, or
there's
like
where
the
is
BBL
it?
track?
I think there's some meet in Philly.
There's a meet in Philly, yeah.
What track's that?
It's new, I think. Another new indoor track. Yeah.
So,
They're all popping up everywhere.
So them, along with Sean Dolan, you would think will be there to chase a time, who also isn't qualified
I didn't
currently
know that.
in the 800.
800 is tough, man.
So right now, Yared is qualified in 2 events. But it doesn't seem, I think they seem like they're good enough to run.
Yeah, but Yared said he's going to give me that spot, so that's fine.
Very kind of him.
Yeah. He said you can have it. USATF rules. You can have it.
Gentlemen's
like, you can have it.
So yeah, it was a crazy race and a big surprise, which, I think is.
But that's the
As a
great thing
fan,
about racing, because I think this is a race that Geordie loves. I think you love this type of race because you don't like races that are like, the time trial races. This is like a proper, pure 1500 meter race, I feel. I feel like you would enjoy watching a race like this.
Indoor 15s are good. Yeah.
So
What they run? 337. No, 7.
Was it 7?
Yeah, 337.
That's not. That's not.
Not slow.
That's not super slow.
No, but it's like these days that's super slow tactically. I mean, there's tactical 332s now.
Outdoors, maybe.
Outdoors, yeah. Indoor track. I feel like for some reason, it feels way harder to run a fast 15 on an indoor track.
That's pretty easy.
You've done it before.
I've done it once at that track. I've done it once at that track.
It's a good facility for running fast.
Ocean Breeze is a legit facility.
It is.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how we'll recap of the USA Indoors. It was. We actually talked about that for so much longer than I thought. Just solely because of the rail.
I think 20 minutes of that talk was the rail, but
people probably got
that was the
sick
main
of that.
topic.
No, it was the most significant thing about it.
I've never seen you so passionate, George. It made me happy.
We'll give a really quick little preview of NCAAs because next week
special episode.
Yeah, we've got a special episode coming out. So big news: Salami scratching the mile
and the 8. Isn't that crazy?
So he's doing the.
What the fuck's he racing? Then?
He's racing the 30-meter hurdles and the long jump.
He did qualify in an absurd number of events. He'd qualified in
kids.
8. No, none of them were from altitude.
DMR
8 mile 3K DMR, and the fact that he came 16th across, you would think had he wanted to, could have qualified in the 5K. Yeah. He didn't, but. So 4 events.
He's doing the cheeky 3K DMR double.
Yeah. which I'm a little shocked because did any of you guys see his conference 800 on the wooden boards at 5,000 feet?
No.
146.
146.1 from the front.
That's a bit of a shame because I think that
On a wooden track?
I think the NCAA 800 would be very competitive. I think that'd be. I mean, maybe
he wanted some Michael Langon smoke, I think.
Yeah, I guess.
No Michael Langon in the 8.
I mean, the 3K is like generally one of the deepest events. I mean, it's like
it is.
It's the kind of the distance.
It looks deep, but there's a bunch of really tired people.
Yeah, it is weird like that.
People are coming back, so you don't know who's
been there.
You don't know.
I died there. I'm pretty sure. I died on that track.
You don't know who has the legs or not. So only like some of them end up showing up.
There's people trying to do the audacious mile 3K double. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you could have it was looking like he could have done an 800 3K double, which would have been really fun to see because it's probably never been done. Do you think that's ever been done in history?
Definitely not.
But he's not doing it.
He's doing the classic team guy. Like
that's a Yard thing to do.
The DMR 3K. Yeah.
Pretty sure Yard did the DMR 3K.
Yeah, he did because he outleaned Grant and then.
Wait, no, I think he only did the DMR.
No, he did the 3K, but I think he did the
DMR. No, he definitely
only did the DMR.
I think he only did the DMR.
Jeez.
I'm pretty sure. Even though he was probably like one of the best runners in the country. Because I think I would have known if he was in the 3K. I think he would have been at the front. I can't imagine him not being.
And he definitely wasn't in the mile.
No, he wasn't in the mile.
That's crazy that he only did the DMR.
He's such an interesting guy.
He's just a team player.
An interesting guy.
Does
respect that.
Michael Langon follow through on his chat?
Dude.
He's doubling, I assume.
He did say did say in the quote that God put him on. God said to him that he's the best runner in the US. Is that what he said? Or was it like, oh, God
put him on.
God put me here.
Something.
Yeah, God put me on this earth as the best runner in the US.
I think he definitely said that he's one of the best runners in the US.
Yeah.
I don't know if he said that was because of God or some other reason.
Yeah.
But he definitely did say
But
that.
the thing is, you can say that about anyone because you're one of the best. You're not the best, right?
Oh, I think he said the best.
Oh, did he? Respect.
Because if I say I'm one of the best Australian runners, I feel like I can say that. Or, like you're one of the best New Zealand runners in the mile.
Well,
but if you're the best New Zealand runner in the mile, then you would be running the fastest. Has Michael Langon run the fastest 3K?
No.
Okay, well, I don't know. I'm just.
I love it either
I'm
way.
dissecting. Well, if he has all that chat and he wins it, it's just electric.
I mean, a heroic effort.
It's electric. He's running pretty much on his words.
It's so competitive, these races, but Marco has showed that he's
got the mental fortitude.
He's a player, big time.
Yeah.
He's going to be going for it. He's going to be going for it, or he's probably going to be like dragging people off the track. That's
turns into a wrestling match.
Yeah, that's something that I can confidently say.
I could definitely see that.
All I know is that it's going to be an entertaining watch, and if the race doesn't go his way, then it's going to be a very entertaining interview. It's going to be probably an entertaining interview no matter what.
It'd be funny if you win the race, you're like, oh, I won, and then you look over and he's like second or third, but he's got about 100 interviews. Like everyone's trying to interview him.
Literally.
And you're like, who really won then?
So that's in a week from now, and still like indoors.
Why can't I find this quote?
It was on Instagram, I think.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from, but
I saw it on Instagram.
It was floating out there. So, yeah. Wrapping this episode up, we should give a little shout out to Georgia Griffith on getting upgraded to a bronze medal from
Yay!
The
World Indoor Championships.
Yeah. Was it 3K?
1500.
1500?
Yeah.
Nanjing?
Yeah. Because of Walteji's doping ban.
Yep.
You want to just explain what happened, George?
Was Walteji second?
No, didn't she win?
She was crushing it last year.
I think she won.
She was crushing the Grand Slam.
I think she was silver to Hailu or someone.
Oh.
Okay, this quote has disappeared into the ether. But probably half of you have seen it anyway, so you guys can just put that into the conversation before and decide how you feel about it. Walteji backdated ban backdated so long ago, almost a full year from, I guess, the announcement, because it was announced in the last couple of days. Just this week?
Well,
this week.
It got announced earlier.
Oh, yeah. And then
it did.
And
but
then
it
she
got,
just appealed or something.
Yeah.
So now they've approved it and taken results from
And it's a 2-year ban, I believe.
2-year ban. I think she loses results from.
I think she loses a lot of results though, which I feel like some other people have gotten banned and not lost as many results.
I mean, I tell you what, Grand Slam must be pretty happy because they don't have to pay.
Yeah. Oh, Grand Slam, man. I saw an article about Grand Slam that showed how much they have to pay their lawyers right now. You see that?
Also, just
I think in January.
How much is it?
January of 2026. So this is like how many months after they declared bankrupt? I think they spent like $600,000 or something.
Jesus,
like,
just in January.
It was some outrageous number.
That's insane.
Which I'm like, how are you guys spending this much money right now? I thought it was all gone. But yeah,
fuck.
Yeah, I think it came out right before Worlds that she got banned because that's why she wasn't in Tokyo. Because she refused to take a test.
Well, it's such a weird. I read this one, and honestly, it did confuse me because it said that a man answered the door and said that you can't test it because she's asleep, right?
Yeah, but isn't that a little sus?
It's very sus.
Why would they leave?
I don't know, but also it's
They're
like
there to test her. Fucking test her.
Yeah,
they just say, "Oh, okay, I will leave."
Well, I mean,
yeah, but
if she
tested,
claims that there was a language barrier, which I could literally see, considering I went to Ethiopia, I could see like there being. I mean, and also it's just a good.
But
excuse.
wouldn't you see
They
them
don't
as
have they don't have phones?
Don't they have the uniform on?
Internet.
Doesn't it say drug testing on
Google
like, the
Translate.
anti-doping
Dude,
water?
I don't know, man. There's a lot of different languages there in Ethiopia. Dude, I had all that stuff accessible. I wasn't communicating very well there. And now I'm not defending her because I don't know enough about the situation. But I'm like, dude,
surely she's used to people coming to her door to test her.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's been winning medals for years.
Well,
There's no
actually,
way.
you would think that, but honestly, maybe not. Like the amount that certain people get tested is a lot less than you would think, especially in countries like that, in a very depressing manner.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm not saying I believe the story. I'm just saying that
This is what's been
it's very
said.
fishy.
You're just saying
The
this
whole
what's been
thing is
said.
fishy. And I think that it's just like, it's fishy. But your point is that it's crazy it's only a 2-year ban, because if she had gotten tested and then there was something there, it would have been a longer ban.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is also like...
It's just a
True.
very convenient loophole that should be, you would think, rectified pretty quickly.
Well, I did... Dude, I got to do research before we talk about stuff like this.
Could have been more years.
They
Could
were
have been
trying to
4
get
years.
a 4-year ban.
Mm-hmm.
And
which is
then
maybe the same as testing positive.
They were trying to get a 4-year ban, and then for whatever reason...
I think they said because it was negligent.
At a 2-year.
They landed on negligent, not intentional, which is why it was down from
But it's like...
2 to 4 or 4 to 2.
Yeah. Dude. My takeaway, aside from the obvious stuff, is just still in certain countries a long way to go with like working out some of the kinks in this system in many countries.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you would think if people knew about that rule, we would see more refusals, because if someone knows they're going to test positive over there.
But maybe sometimes people do it in slightly more sneaky ways and they just get a mistest instead. You know what I mean? Because apparently according to what they said, they never saw her. So why could he have not just said she's not here?
Was this a husband or a coach?
I think it was a husband, but I
It's
don't
an
quote me on that.
husband.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, and he was trying to be more sneaky, he would have just said she's not here, and then she would have only. I don't know. Maybe she was already on 2 missed tests. I don't know, but hypothetically, that'd just be 1 missed test. And I think people would definitely do that, or we hear stories about that happening at least. So the system is still not perfect.
You don't love to see it either way, huh?
Yeah. So unfortunate. Damn, why do we end the
Why
pod
we?
on a
I was
sad
about
note?
to say.
Can we talk about Marco Langdon again or something?
We need a new topic real quick
I love that
to
guy.
end this on. Such a down way to end.
All right, let's just talk about passing the inside again or something.
I was going to talk about pop culture for a little second. Have you seen the TV series that's throwing men's fashion and culture back to the 90s?
Is it Queer Eye?
No.
No, haven't.
It is the new show that I've been Well, I've only watched 2 episodes, but I'm kind of obsessed with it. It is the love story of RFK Jr.'s son and Katharina Bissett or whatever. But it's like based on their like story and like leading up to like the plane incident where they both die. But it's like their romantic story, and like the actors in it are like identical to like what RFK Jr. looked like, and like the style and the fashion, because the girl he ends up with, I keep forgetting her name, but she's like worked for Calvin Klein, and there's like all this lore about like 90s fashion in New York and stuff, and it's actually sick. You guys should watch it. It's very cool. Apparently, a lot of people on the East Coast are wearing the like all the hats and all the stuff and apparel that he used to wear, and it's a vibe. So
what's it called? Where is it?
It's
on?
called Love Story. It's on Disney or FX or Hulu. It's actually a really good show. It's really good. The actor in it, though, he's Canadian, and he's never acted in anything. He was a model, and he's acting in this. And it's really good. But it's a great show, and the fashion in it is amazing, and it makes me want to like dress up like I would dress in the 90s.
Love it.
Vibes.
You should bring that outfit to LA.
Yeah, I'm trying to save money, so I'm not spending on outfits. But I if anybody wants to donate any 90s clothing to me,
A Goodwill version.
Yeah, I could go to Goodwill and check it out, I guess. But that's an amazing show, and
That's a much better way to end.
Yeah, can we end there because I have to go.
Morgan's got to go get his legs rubbed down.
I'm already late.
Let's get out of here.
All right.
We'll see some of you in LA, hopefully.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Check it out, guys. Thank you guys so much for listening. Hopefully see you all in LA. And if not, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.